Explain everything. The Explain Everything app is pretty great in the idea that you can do what a lot of other presenting tools do, but you can do more of them all at once. For instance, the same capabilities as a PowerPoint in the idea that you can have multiple slides and that you're in control of when those slides change and how they change. It's similar to a Prezi in the idea that you can have a ginormous screen and you can have multiple things splattered on it and then bring them up as you would like them to be viewed. You can also animate some things like a glogster. So if I want to draw your attention to the word glogster, I could continually circle it with my laser pointer. And then the obvious thing, as you've probably noticed, is you can record like an iMovie. So you can do all of these different things all on this one app, which makes it really easy if you have a bunch of different students who like different things. With this app, you can download any kind of video from online or a video you've already created, or you can actually create a video while you're making the project and incorporate it right in. This is a video of Megan, and I asked her to reflect on an experience that she recently had. Hey Megan, I was wondering if you could tell me and everyone else who you think a significant person would be.
Well, actually, she did go to the Holocaust Museum. We met a guy in research, and he was a survivor of the Holocaust, and he shared his story and his life during the Holocaust. And I think this is really significant because he made us really aware of what actually happened and the really hard stories that happened during the Holocaust.
For sure. Is there anything you can think of that Serge might have said that would change the way you think about the past as well as how you live your own life now?
He told us one thing that I really remembered, that we can't figure out what's happened, and then if we can't just forget about it and let it happen again. So I need to make sure everyone's aware of what's really happening during the Holocaust. So the same thing, and maybe similar things happen again in the future.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Megan. Another great project option could be to take images online of a particular artist or someone you were researching and include them on a project, and then take it one step further by explaining why they're important or how they interest you. I next begged Colleen, who was in a study block, and I asked her if she'd be interested in helping me out. I told her what I was doing, and I said that I think that we should be using this app in the classroom. I then sent her out and said, take photos of whatever you want, and then could you teach me or tell me why they would or would not be good images. She came back with both of these images. I, of course, think they're awesome, but then she went in to critique them. This could be done through an entire block or longer, shorter, whatever you needed. The one thing that's helpful with this app is it's not just the photos, but allows them to, add the captions. They could also do a drawing with it. They can record as I'm doing, so they can explain it, and then you could present it for the class. Now, Priyanka and I are going to demonstrate how we could use this app to do something like translating sentences. For instance, if I was to ask Priyanka how to say I like my dog in French, Priyanka would say,
J'aime mon chien.
That sounds good to me. Then if I said, Priyanka, can you tell me in French, I went shopping this weekend?
Ce week-end, j'ai magasiné.
That sounds nice. Then I might ask Priyanka to say in French, did you finish your homework? Something every teacher wants to know.
Est-ce que tu as fini les devoirs?
Ooh, I think that's right. We'll give her 2 checks. And then my personal favorite, Mrs. Ewart is magnificent.
Mrs. Ewart est magnifique.
Perfect. 20 out of 20. Thanks, Priyanka.
So right now we're going to evaluate a simple limits question using L'Hopital's rule. L'Hopital's rule states that if you get an answer such as 0 over 0 after plugging in the x value into your limits equation, then you can find the derivatives of the top and the bottom respectively, and you can figure out the limits with using the derivatives by plugging in the x value. So here we have the original equation, which is the limit as x approaches 2 for ln of f of x minus ln of g of x over e to the power of x minus 2 minus 1. So if we plug in our x equals 2 into the equation, we get ln of 4 minus ln of 4 over e to the power of 0 minus 1. This reduces to 0 over 0, which is an answer that is undefined. So now, if we find the derivatives of the top and the bottom, then we can reevaluate to find a real answer. Over here at the top, we have the given values of f of 2, which is 4, g of 2, which is 4, f primed of 2, which is negative 1, and g primed of 2, which is negative 3. So now if we derive the top, we get f primed of x over f of x minus g primed of x over g of x. This is because the derivative of a ln is the derivative over the original function. So the derivative of ln of f of x would be f primed of x over f of x. So now moving on, the derivative of the exponential is the derivative of the exponent multiplied by the original. So the derivative of x minus 2 is just 1, because the derivative of x is 1 and the derivative of negative 2 is 0. So it would be 1 multiplied by the original, e to the power of x minus 2. Now if we plug in our x values, we get f primed of 2 over f of 2 minus g primed of 2 over g of 2 all over e to the power of 2 minus 2. E to the power of 2 minus 2 is e to the power of 0, and anything to the power of 0 is just 1. So we can forget about the e part. Then f primed of 2 was given as negative 1, so we put in negative 1 on top. And then f of 2 was given as 4, so negative 1 over 4 is the first fraction, minus g primed of 2 was negative 3, and g of 2 was given as 4. Negative 1 over 4 minus negative 3 over 4 is 2 over 4, which is 1/2. And there we go. The answer to our limits was 1 over 2.
Okay, so I hope you all learned something, maybe find this app a little interesting now, who knows. But either way, I think by using this app, you would be allowing for a little bit more in terms of presentation tools, as well as you yourself might be able to use them in the class. For instance, if you wanted to add a tutorial or further information about a subject matter you guys are discussing in class, you can record yourself and add it to the end of the presentation or quickly upload it to your website. If you have any questions, you can definitely stop by the library. I would absolutely love to help you use this app, and I would help develop maybe a project around it. As well, I'd like to extend that and say if you're interested in different apps or different resources, give me a call down to the library, email me, whatever you want, and let's get together and try and use some of these great tools we have. Thanks for watching.